down something, but I haven't got my tripod with me. And I'm too lazy to walk next door to get it. Oh yeah, that works. Hello, hello, hello. I feel like I haven't filmed a YouTube vid in a little while. Today is August the 8th. I haven't filmed anything for my YouTube in... Did I film anything in July? I think I did. I think it was right at the beginning of July, but I don't think I've done anything. I've not filmed anything since. Nothing really got done in this room apart from one thing. My mum did the first coat of the gloss on the wardrobe and the front of the doors at the cupboard. To be honest, nothing really happened since, because this room, like I'm pretty sure I said it in my last renovation episode, this room's kind of been put on hold because pretty much everything that's in here is not staying in here, apart from the chest of drawers that are literally right in front of me that you're sitting on. The problem is that me and my mum didn't want to start painting in here because obviously there's like that cabinet that's in the way, because that's one of the walls we need to paint. There's a big single bed in here which we don't want to get paint all over because it will then ruin them. So my mum did the glossing. I think she did about 2 coats on the wardrobe, and then she's done about 3 on the cupboard at the top. And then she did start painting. I think I said we're painting all the walls cream because obviously 3 of the walls are this blue colour, which I'm not having. She's done 1 coat on this wall right next to me, the door wall, and she's done half of the window wall as well. I'll show you all in a minute. That's all we can really do for now, because the further along we go, then the more like furniture there is, and we don't want to get paint all over it. I don't know how the cabin's coming along. Well, I do, but I don't. Oh yeah, also, because I'm looking at it right now, I think I said I'm not having doors for my wardrobe because I don't want doors. I went for like a curtain voile. I found one on Temu, actually. I think that's really about it that's happened over the past month that I haven't filmed, because it's been like bits here and there, and like I helped my mum with some bits. Well, I say help, I sat in here while she did bits. Like the thing, because I don't really know what's going on with the cabinet at the moment. They're like nearly done. They're on the home stretch. Obviously, my mum and my stepdad both still have to work and still have to live their lives. They can't just put their whole attention into it. After today, I don't know when I will be seeing you again, but I thought I would do a little update, as I haven't talked to you guys for I think over a month. I think that's all. So let me show you all the hard work my mum has done so far. Again, thank you, mum. Love you lots. I feel like you can already see a difference. There you go. So that's where my mum stopped at, because obviously the further along you go, obviously the chest of drawers are staying in here, but then there's a mattress there and obviously the bed. So the further along she goes, the more like furniture she will walk into. So she's just done this. There's only 1 coat on this wall right in front of you, which I don't think it's done too bad. And I'm pretty sure the day my mum painted this wall, it was really, really dark, so she had to have the light on. So she was a bit concerned that it might look a bit like patchy or she's not done a good job, but I think she's done a really good job. And it's covered like where my brother had those sound foams, like you can see a little bit, but like 90% of the wall looks okay. I do think we might have to go over again, because where the sound foam was, you can like sort of see like a shadow of where it was. But I think for 1 good coat that my mum had to do in unnatural lighting, I think it's done a really good job. Look at the difference. Like, I prefer this colour so much more. I feel like that colour's just too dark of a cream. Mum's done 1 coat inside the cupboard, but you can already see just how much like whiter the wardrobe is. Obviously that is the voile curtain I got from Temu. I think the little white pole that it's attached to, my mum also got from Temu as well. It just like unclips and clips onto the wardrobe, which is really handy. So if I ever wanted to change this curtain to something different, like my mum gave me a really good idea. My arm's aching. My mum gave me a really good idea, like at Christmas, to maybe get like a sparkly curtain. Obviously because I'll be filming in here quite a lot, so it'd be nice as like a little backdrop, and just for myself. Look how nice the wardrobe looks. My mum's done such a lovely job. She should give herself a big pat on the back. So mum, if you're watching this, and you've not given yourself a big pat on the back, do that. Painted the inside of the wardrobe as well. Done one coat on the outside of the cupboards, and I think she's done about like 3 or 4 coats on the front of it. But look how much, like, let me close them both. Like, look how much nicer that wardrobe looks already. Like, it's so pleasing. It's really, really nice, and it just proves how like gross it was before. And now onto the wall next to it. So yes, my mum did one rough coat on this blue wall and up there as well, because this wall, like I say, is going to be a purple. It's going to be lilac. So my mum wasn't too bothered about making this wall really neat, because the cream is just down as like a base colour, so that we're not painting on top of blue. She did the like the skirting boards of the door as well. She glossed them, so that looks sparkly and new. Me and my mum both said after she'd done it that the door looks a bit like off colour now, because it's got like a brand like a brand new sort of gloss around it, and then the door itself is just a bit off colour. I didn't realise how dark of a blue the blues were on this wall. I think it's because obviously I was picturing it as a more pale blue, like a kind of like a pale baby blue in a sense, which it kind of is, but it's a bit more of like a darker blue than we both remembered. My room, the purple I have in my room is a very pale purple, or a very pale lilac. So that was what I was picturing this room as, but in blue. It wasn't until we both actually got in here and we're like, no, it's actually a little bit more of a darker blue. And because obviously it's a bit darker because of like grime over the years, because they've not been painted. None of the walls have been painted for a good long time, because my mum and stepdad, I think, both did it when they moved in here, and they haven't been in here for probably at least 5+ years. That's all that has really happened the past month that I haven't really filmed, because it's all happened in bits and pieces here and there. Today it is Sunday the 10th of September. I honestly can't remember the last time I talked to you guys. I think it was in August. Where do I start? I have a lot of updates. I'm actually filming on a completely different phone to the last time you saw me, whenever it was in August. I think it was August. Previous clips before this, whenever it was, I was filming on an iPhone 11. I'm now got a completely different phone. I'm now on a Google. I'm on a Google Pixel 7. So it'd be quite interesting to see the difference when I come to edit. What to do next? So, we'll do the most obvious thing, is that wall colour looks a little different, doesn't it? So after I last talked to you in August, nothing really happened, because August was quite a busy month for like just everyone, and this month is very hectic for me at the moment as well, which is why I've not really filmed much the past couple of weeks, because I've had a lot in my personal life going on. In August, nothing really got done, because I think what I last showed you guys, if I remember correctly, is my mum had done the skirting boards and the wardrobe. She had done the staining or the glossing of them. I think that's what I last showed you guys, and then I gave you sort of a bit more of an update of where I was going to have bits. I think that's, if I remember correctly, that is what I last said. So since then, I'm trying to roughly remember when things happened. Nothing really much happened in August. Most of this has happened like the end of August to like the beginning of September. So as you can see, that wall is now purple, and that wall is done. I'll probably show you everything. So what my mum did to begin with, a rough coat of the cream colour on this, because obviously that wall used to be blue, so she didn't want to do purple straight onto blue, because she knew she definitely would have to do at least 2 coats, if not 3. So she did a really like rough coat of like a cream kind of colour on that one, on that wall to begin with, and then that's only one coat of purple, and my mum and I both said that that wall is perfect. Like, it's such a beautiful colour. That's the same purple I have in my current room. One coat has done a beautiful job, and that wall was one of the worst walls, and she wanted to do the other wall sort of near the wardrobe because of, if you remember sort of at the beginning of this series, my brother had that sound foam on the wall, which he did take off, but obviously it left some marks. So she wanted to get the two worst walls at least beginning to, like, started painted, because she wasn't too sure how many coats they were going to need. So yeah, the purple, she did a rough coat of a cream colour and then one coat of purple. And me and my mum are both happy with that. So that wall that you can see on camera is done. I will show you in a minute. The wall that's like connected to the wardrobe, she did half the window wall. She did one coat of the cream colour that wall, but on that wall in the corner it wasn't too noticeable. I think actually, no, I did show you, I remember now. I think I remember showing you guys, you could just see a faint shadow on the wall of where the foam used to be, and they had taken it off. I think I had shown you guys. It's coming back to me now. We both agreed that it did look good, but you could see a slight shadow of where the sound foam was. So she did a second coat on that wall. Then that was kind of it for a little while. And then, when was it? It was yesterday for me. So that would have been the 9th of September. She then did the rest of the window wall, and she's only done one coat on that so far. And to be honest, I've not actually sat in here and looked at it. Obviously, we're not got great lighting at the moment. I'm using, obviously, the bedroom light that's in here. But it doesn't look like, you don't notice the difference that she's done two coats on half of the wall and one coat on the other, which is actually quite good. I think she's planning to do a second coat on the second half of the window wall. And then she was going to do it today, but if you live in the UK currently, as I'm filming this, we've had just this like mad heat wave of a week, and the past few days it's been quite muggy and it's not been pleasant at all. So that, painting wise, that's all that's happened. Obviously you can still see this is blue, which will be cream, and then the other wall that's right in front of me will be purple. She's pretty much like over halfway done, and she wanted to do the wardrobe first as well, so that the chest of drawers that was just being moved here, there and everywhere because they kept kind of being in the way, we could put them, she pushed them straight into the spot that they're going to be. So it looks really, really nice now. And like when she finished that like corner, me and my mum looked and were like, you can really sort of see the bedroom coming along now. For a little while we could see the improvements, but there wasn't any big changes that was going on, where like maybe some of you probably wouldn't really notice, but we appreciate more. But now obviously it's quite a big difference between the purple and the blue. Today I spent, as I said, seeing family, my dad and his family. One of his aunties is moving house at the moment, but her new place is all furnished. So obviously her current furniture she was just given away. I've been looking for a rug for ages. The past couple of weeks I've been looking for more bedroom like furnishing and stuff like that, and like decor things. And one thing I wanted was a rug, because I knew there was going to be quite a big open space on my floor. All sorts. So we went to Brenda's today, and my dad said he was going to have a few bits, and she showed us this rug. I'll show you in a minute. It's beautiful. It does need a bit of a clean, which she said, but she said it's super easy to clean. She buys good quality things. So she showed us this rug, and do you know when you see something and you're instantly like, I need it? As soon as I saw this rug, I was like, I need it. Sort of the colour scheme I'm going for obviously either purple or like a lilac kind of colour, kind of like an oatmeal cream, which is what the wall is the window wall is when I show you, and like light greys, quite basic colours. When it comes to wood, I'm going for more lighter wood because pretty much all my wooden furniture is light wood. I keep this room as bright but as like minimalistic, if that's the best way to describe it, as possible. I don't want big flashy colours and things here, there and everywhere, even though I'm a very colourful person and I love colour. But when it comes to my bedroom, I'm more of like a simple aesthetic. I saw this rug and I instantly was like, I need it. And she told me, because I know Brenda, I know it's true. And looking at all her furnishing, like all of her other furnitures that she had that she was giving away, she does not skimp when it comes to furniture and furniture decor. She got this rug from John Lewis a couple of years ago and she paid about £200 for it, which I was just like, what? My dad didn't want it and my stepmom didn't want it. And like I said, I instantly saw it and I was just like, I need it. And I said, I know it would be the perfect size for my new room. So I was like, I need it. So I said, could I have it? And she said, yeah, please. She said, I know you look after it. And I think she could see that I was instantly like, I would really like this rug. So she was more than happy to give it to me, which was very, very sweet of her. Love you, Brenda. Saved me quite a lot of money. Because rugs, my goodness, when I was looking at rugs, I knew rugs were expensive, but my goodness, rugs, why are they so much? Why are they so much? That's ridiculous. I just want my feet warm, okay? It's not too much to ask, apparently so. I just realised as well, have I ever told you that I brought, or technically my mum brought me, a dressing table chair? I don't think so. The thing you're actually sitting on is a box at the moment. I was just looking at it and I was like, I don't think I've mentioned to you guys that I've got a new dressing table chair. In my current room, I have a little sort of like stool, like a dressing table stool, which is nice. I've had it for years, but I have to have a blanket on it 24/7 because one of my cats completely destroyed it. Which I know you can take the thing off, like the top, like the padding, the thing you sit on. I've always wanted a proper like kind of dressing table chair because I actually sit at my dressing table more than anything because I use it not just as a dressing table, but also as my desk because I don't have a desk and I don't want a desk. So me and my mum, was it a month or two ago now? I kept looking at loads of different sites for something I wanted, but what the chair I kind of wanted is it's like a mix of a dressing table chair where it's really nice and cushioned and soft, but the bottom of it, like the base of it, looks like a desk chair. I can't really show you it because they've not put it together yet. I realise I've never actually told you that. It's been in here the entire time and I've not actually told you that I've got that. But yes, and my mum's gonna have the stool that's I'm currently using at the moment. They're just gonna change the top layer. I did do, which I will show you when it all arrives, I did the range order. You know the shop, The Range. I've been looking for different bits of bedding and some more like home furniture pieces, more than home decor. I don't particularly, I prefer online shopping than going to shops. Going to shops just stresses me out sometimes. Says someone with agoraphobia. And who's autistic. Been around for ages for like more home furniture bits that are still, they're nice but they're affordable. I looked at Home Bargains, they were pretty good. B&M, but they don't deliver. Where else did I look? Amazon was a bit hit and miss. Timu's good for home decor, like Shein. Very good for home decor pieces, but not so much for home furniture, if you get what I mean. And I think I was just thinking of like different home stores and The Range popped up in my head. I was like, oh, let me just have a look. I was so amazed at how much there was on there. I felt like I was truly spoilt for choice. So I've ordered quite a little different arrangement of different things from The Range. So when that all arrives, which will be here in the next week or so, I will show you that. There's some, I've ordered a really nice clock, which is going to go right there. because my mirror is going to be a little bit further along, and I've been looking at alarm clocks, but I just can't find a nice alarm clock that's affordable but that's still like pretty, if you get what I mean. And also I'd have to make sure it's always by a plug point, but I could see the clock, obviously. I looked at the range and I was like, let me just look at their like wall clocks, and I found this beautiful one. Like, I've never been so in love with a clock. Wow, is this 22? White and gold, it looks beautiful, and I thought as an actual clock, but also as like a filming background, having a nice white clock on that purple wall would be really, really nice. Last quick update, I already knew that her and my stepdad had the first week of October off, which I think is like the 2nd of October. They've got that week off. So she said if I'm not moved in by then, that week, I will definitely be moved into this room. Is it like 2.5 weeks away? 2 more walls to paint. And I was saying to my mum, the hardest tasks left to do are to paint the walls and move my furniture from my current room to this room. Because I said everything else, like little bits and bobs jobs that like my stepdad's gonna do for me and things like that, they're not too tricky. And he's got this coming week off, so he's gonna do the like little tasks, like filling in some holes and doing a bit of sanding and things like that, which I'll show you. Because did I show you the cabinets off the wall? Was the cabinet still on the wall when I last filmed? I don't remember. I think the cabinet was still on the wall when I last filmed, wasn't it? Which is what that hole is there, because it was here. Yeah, I think that was still on the wall, wasn't it? But obviously, as you can tell, it is now off the wall. Do you mind me? That was just rude. What? I live in a great neighbourhood. The luckiest task that's gonna happen is moving my current my furniture that's in my current room into here. I actually have like a move-in date to this room. If I'm not in it in the next few weeks, I definitely will be in the first week of October, which is very exciting. I think that's everything since I last saw you. I know my mum's really sort of like, this room is her main priority now. I know she'll be really like cracking on with it. She's a woman on a mission. She's got a game plan down. So let me show you everything else before I like think of something else that I'm like, oh yeah. I don't think there's anything else. We are now all caught up, I think. Let me show you the purple wall first. Let me show you it all its glory. So yeah, this is literally only one coat of the purple with one coat of the cream as a base coat. I feel like it's done a really, really nice job, you know, and it's like it's covered where like the sound foam was really nicely, and some of the wallpaper had ripped because my mirror is going right here. I was thinking of having the clock kind of in this space here. So I feel like it would be really just like pleasing, you know, like if you look at that, like, oh, it just brings me so much joy. Isn't it so pretty? And I feel like even like on a dim day like this and I've got the light on, I feel like the room just looks so much brighter. Do you get what I mean? Compared to the blue, like I feel like this half of the room just looks brighter and very more me. The blue is nice, but it's not very me. This is me. I'm not used to the focus on this phone. You can see how my mind works sometimes. I always remind myself of that dog from Up that's like in the middle of a sentence and then he goes, squirrel, and then continues. That's how I think I am sometimes. Anyway, oh, I was just demonstrating that very well. Purple wall, and then this is the cream wall. Doesn't it look so much nicer? Yeah, I think I did show you when she had done one coat, like, and even on this dim lighting, you could not see like any of where the sound foam used to be, and it just looks really, really nice with the wardrobe. Like I said, the chest of drawers are now been pushed into its corner. So it's like this corner just looks so nice, and it just looking at this corner gets me so excited to get in this room. Up until sort of, she did like a quarter of the window wall. Well, technically it is half of it, because obviously a lot of it is a window. This is all had one coat of the cream. I feel like you can see it's a little bit more patchy than that side, but it's not, to be honest, for one like pretty decent coat, it's not done too bad of a job. My mum did notice, you can actually see it on camera, she noticed when she was doing the first coat, she just missed a patch, like, because she did 2 coats of the stain, I think, and she obviously just sort of did one coat and then didn't do a second. So she said when she comes to do the second coat for this wall, she'll do that as well. Well, hi there. This wall is gonna have like kind of how she's started there. It's gonna have a rough. It's gonna have a rough. What am I trying to say? It's gonna have like a rough base coat of the cream color. So then it's because this wall and this part of this, these 2 walls here are going to be purple. This wall, yeah, I'm pretty sure the cabinet was still on the wall a lot when the last time I filmed, wasn't it? So the cabinet is now off the wall. I've done one fill-in of where the holes were. Mum wants my stepdad to do a second, and then he's going to sand it as well. And then this is going to be cream, all of this, which we know will be 2 coats of cream to match the window wall. But yeah, I actually haven't shown you this, have I? The little sort of coffee table. This is actually the only piece, this is the only dark furniture I'm going to have in here, but they're planning to paint it the cream colour, because obviously all my wood in here is lighter wood, so it does look a bit off, but it's because I didn't really have like a bedside table or anything like that, but I wanted something that I could maybe still move, and from when I'm filming like makeup videos or just anything really, it'd be nice to have like a small movable table, and obviously it folds out both sides into a bigger table as well, which is really, really handy. So this is going to be like sort of my bedside table / like kind of little desk for when I film. So they're going to paint this the cream colour, so it's I think my mum found this they were cleaning out some of their greenhouses, and this was sitting in their greenhouse. It used to be in their lounge, but now my mum said she wasn't too sure what she was going to do with it, and I said, well, if you don't mind, I'll happily have it for my new bedroom. That's got my dressing table / desk chair. The reason why I'm also going for grey in this room is because it says charcoal. This is like a light grey chair, and I knew those were the 3 colours I was going to have in this room, was like a oatmeal cream, light grey, and a light purple. That was the other thing. My stepdad this week was going to build that for me, so we can see it's all good and all working. Can you check if a chair is working? We're gonna check if a chair is working. The rug, isn't it pretty? So it does need a little bit of a clean, because it's just got like fluff and a few like marks and stuff. But like look at like the subtle design of like the rectangles and squares. It was just like really, really pretty, and it was one of those things, as soon as I saw it I was like, I want it. Lovely, lovely, lovely quality. It's so soft. My mum said like all this is really, really good. I'm not the biggest expert when it comes to rugs, but when Brenda said she got it from John Lewis and it was 200 quid, and she gave it to me for nothing, I said yes please. Should I do that now? Yeah, why not? Let me treat you to some hoovering. Wow, I do treat you guys well, don't I? Very, very good. Because I hoover. I can actually kneel on a soft surface. Wow, what a joy. That's the brand, 1001. Carpet Fresh. This one in particular is a pet one. This is Thai, orchid and passion fruit. We have like fresh linen. There's a grapefruit one. We tried all of them. These are the best because I do a lot of the hoovering and like some of the houseworky bits for my mum. I kind of do them as like chores as a kid. But I actually enjoy cleaning. I don't know why, I just enjoy cleaning. Am I a bit of a weirdo? I don't care if you think I am. I enjoy it. This is really, really good because what you can do is you can spray it on carpet or even your bedding and like fabrics. You can spray it on. It's like a foam. I'll show you it in a bit when I've hoovered, and obviously it just sinks in. But we also do have, I'm pretty sure my mum said, we have that like carpet powder thing that you can put on a carpet or a rug and then you hoover it out. That was a pleasure to hoover. Shake. And then just spray it. And it literally looks like a foam. So can you see there? That's what it does. And then it sinks in. Like so sinks in, and like if you give it like 2 seconds, it will sink in. But look at that. It already looks so much nicer. Like the fluff's gone. And that's actually hoovered up really well. And now I can sort of see where like the marks are. There you go. There is your rug hoovering content for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is pretty much everything up to date. It's not in the next few weeks I move in. It definitely will be the first week of October. So, well, that's good. I'm gonna end this here episode. Should be my range haul, more painting, and maybe building some furniture, putting up bits. Maybe moving in. Depends how much I film, and I should definitely be preparing to move in, if not moving in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I don't actually know what episode we're on now. Is it 4? 3? I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up. Subscribe, because the next episode is going to be a good one. I will see you in my next episode with lots of exciting things happening. I cannot wait. So see you whenever next see you. Mwah.